Hi guys, back again with me Austin from My Boy at Heart. Today I'm going to share to you my experience on Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series 6-inch scale Kanan Jarrus figure. So this character is part of the animated series Star Wars Rebels, which finally ended this week on its 4th season. So having been watching the series for quite some time now, I kind of grow into the characters and the team and the crews basically. So let's take a look at the packaging first. This is standard Black Series packaging at the moment with the artwork down here, Kanan Jarrus and Black Series. Okay, nothing much really aside from the bio. Basically, Kanan Jarrus is one among the Jedi who survived the purge by the Emperor Palpatine during Clone Wars, and he was in hiding. And then he was also among the leader with Hera in Ghost Crew and fought alongside the rebels. So that's cool. Let's focus on the figure itself. Let's start from the face. It's very interesting because I felt that because this the character is based on animated series, so cartoon basically, 3D cartoon, but this rendition of the face doesn't really resemble. I mean, I know that this is Kanan, but he looked more like a live action version of the character. So this is probably, well, just my opinion on it, but it is executed quite nicely. The eyes is painted not too bad, I guess. The sculpt on the face is good. However, there's a bit of QC issue. If you see this part of the head compared to the other side, it's supposed to be like this, clean and smooth, but there's this part which there's some sort of excess part which I had to cut a little bit by myself, and yeah, well, that's a bit of a shame. It's there, but otherwise it's still very cool. The paint on his hair is nice with all the textures, and this is kind of rubbery. So, all right, it still looks Kanan. The body is nice. The mold is nice. It's all molded here, and the shoulder pad is molded to his arm. There's a bit of details on the right side here printed, and it looks great, superb. There's textures on his clothes, by the way, which is appreciated, and that's cool. I like the textures. Right, the gloves there, the palm. The right hand is a trigger hand. Okay, so it's a good execution of the character really. And this side of the palm, normally I put the lightsaber on it, but of course you can put it on both. Now the belt is attached to the holster, which also attached to this part of the holster on his right leg. So normally it will hinder articulation a little bit, but we'll see about that. Some part of it are very rubbery, so probably it won't hinder that much. And I like the detailings on the pants as well, a bit of texture, wrinkles, and this knee pads is cool. The shin guard is, it's actually part of the boots, a bit molded as well. I think the character is executed quite well in this figure. The accessories, we are being given one smaller blaster here, which can be put on his holster, and it is painted very nicely with very good shades. I really like it. Trigger hole, it looks It looks like a rusted metal. Very good weathering in my opinion. And the pointy part is kind of rubbery a little bit, so just be careful with it. It works on his right palm, I guess. This is the first time that I put him with the smaller blaster, and it works really nice. In fact, it will hold very securely, and the trigger finger can be put on the trigger hole easily. I just put this back on into his holster. Okay. The belt, by the way, the belt is kind of fixed in there, which is fine by me. I don't mind with that. Okay. He also, of course, as a Jedi Master, came with a lightsaber. This is actually a 3-piece lightsaber. This translucent part of the beam is nice, and it can be detached from the hilt. So there's a small peg which can be put inside this peg hole. And by the way, this lightsaber can be detached into 2 more parts. Alright, just want to note though, if you want to attach this part back here, there's a certain way to put it on, so just make sure that you pay attention to the shape of the peg before you are putting into the peg hole. Okay. And it will be secure. And by the way, this part of the hilt can actually be attached to the back of his belt here. There's a small hole which can be attached here. Let's try it on. Not sure which side it is. I guess you can put on both sides. You can put it this way, or you can probably, let me find another way. Okay, you can put it this way, and it will hold quite securely. Okay. And although there's a hole here, I don't find any place where I can put that, so I'm not sure about it. But anyway, there is this part of the peg hole as well, which I assume can be used to put this part here. There's a peg there. Let's try it on. I think it's supposed to be attached this way, and it holds very well as well. Probably my assumption is no, it's not a good, no, you cannot put it there, but so you can attach it there, and you can attach this here. Alright, so I'm not sure where we can put the hole on the hilt, and to put it back is very easy. Just make sure where the hole is, and it will pack in such a way. Okay, make sure you pay attention to where the hole is, and then this piece of beam, lightsaber beam, can be just pegged into it. The blue part here, the beam saber part, can be a bit rubbery, can be a bit bendy, but can be adjusted. It fits the arm nicely just at the beginning of the video. I guess you can put it on both palm if you want to, and it will hold securely. Let's try it on the other hand. And yes, it can be held with the right palm as well, and it's very secure. So I have to try though if we want to hold it with both hands, but it seems that it is possible to do that. Yep, it is possible to hold it with both arms, so it's cool. For the articulation, the head is on ball hinge, join. There's a bit of a hinge there. This much downward. Backward is hindered by this, but there's still a bit of an articulation. Side to side, not really. Rotation, I guess you can have it. It's a ball joint after all. Okay. The torso is on rotation here. Not much movement though. I think it's because the way it is sculpted. For the arm, this one is supposed to have more opening, where this one has the shoulder pad, so probably, yep, less extension, but it's still quite a good amount considering the way it is molded. More extension on the left arm, but you have rotation on both. The elbow, you can bend this much. Rotation on the palm, and there's a bit of a hinge, I guess. Yep, downward, upward not so much, but it is there. Let's try. See this one. Yep, we do have it, but not okay. It's there. Not so bad, I guess, but it needs more extension. The knee, it is on a ball joint with openings, so I said because of the belt maybe hindered by, but this is the amount of split that we can do. Front kick, not so bad. Let's try the other side. Okay, with the belt holster it still kind of work, so that's not too bad actually. Up here we have rotation. The joint is very stiff, by the way, but you can do that nonetheless. Double jointed knee, this much, and we have, oh okay, no additional rotation, but down here we have downward and upward movement with pivot joint. So I guess the rotation is only up here on the thigh, because we don't have rotation down here. Still quite a good amount of articulation. To the top of his head, he stands roughly about 6.125 inch, slightly below that, probably 6.1 inch tall, around that. Okay. So he's not short, but he's not too tall, which is fine for the character, I guess. So let's compare him with several other characters. In the 6-inch scale figures, we have Kanan is somewhat shorter, now that I realize it. The Trooper, K2, and Jarrus. And let's see what we can do. This is compared to Marvel Legends, which is normal for it to be taller. Okay, so overall I really like this figure. I mean, I hope they will continue to create the rest of the team. We already had Hera, we already had Sabine, and we are left with at least Zap, Chopper, and Ezra. So I hope, I mean, we already have Tron, so at least they will create those the characters left to complete the crew of Ghosts. So thanks guys for watching. I'm Austin from A Bright Heart. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Goodbye.